Hello everyone and welcome back to I Can't Believe It's Already Wednesday. It feels like just yesterday was Tuesday. Just kidding, of course, it's 5-minute news. All the news you need and all the time you have. This week's top story is obviously the virus, but first I want to talk about something else. adBlock. Because this week I was trying to read and get stories for this show when I discovered this message, as I commonly do. And it's really frustrating, because there's a reason why I block ads. It's because I don't want to see them. However, while doing research into this, I discovered something that I haven't really heard anyone talk about before on the news, probably because it's not that newsworthy, but hey, can't talk about the virus for 5 minutes straight every week. And so I've discovered that while many websites have done this to thwart adBlock, many other websites have invented something called the anti-adblock, which makes the website think you're looking at ads when you're really not, continuing an arms race of epic proportions that I'm sure only me and the coders who make them really care about. And the companies, of course, because they really need their profits, as has been shown through the virus thing, but that's really off topic. Now on to the virus. In some sense, not much has changed in the last week, as for the past several weeks, things have been getting progressively worse. More movies this week were moved back. Wonder Woman 1984, In the Heights, and lots of other ones were all pushed back. Frozen 2 was released early for Disney+. You can all go watch that when you start a new 7-day trial for Mandalorian Season 2. More movie theaters around the world have closed as a result of the virus. It's becoming less clear when anything will open. There are talks of pushing back movies that would release in July to really still once again show the longevity. A reminder, E3, of course, canceled this year's event. Trump is talking about reopening the country next week, which still sends a stark contrast to what a lot of other people seem to be thinking. On the bright side, though, those of you who have subscribed to the various movie passes, Regal Unlimited, many of them have now switched to a month-to-month basis and have even not charged you for the months of March and April already. So there's a little light in an otherwise grim situation. The 2020 Olympics were delayed. Let's talk about that. As the New York Times put it, postponing the largest sporting event in the world in the midst of a coronavirus pandemic was a widely accepted move. Just because it was accepted doesn't mean it was anyway easy, though. The track and field and swimming world championships occur a year after the Olympics were scheduled, so a flat-out pushback would cause disruptions to all three events. Luckily for the Olympics, both other events are flexible and have agreed that they will be flexible. Said that twice. That's okay. They're going to be flexible. I'll say it a third time. And move around to make sure everything is okay for the Olympics. As far as I can tell, this is the first time in history an Olympics game will be held in an odd year. A handful of Olympics have been pushed back before or flat-out cancelled, notably the 1916, 1940, and 1944 Olympics, for hopefully obvious reasons. Lots of other Olympics were also postponed or delayed for a day or a month. However, this seems to be the first time that there's going to be a year-long delay and then it's going to go on with. Let's just hope this is over in a year, because that may not be true. But we're just going to hope it is. This is all just another way, of course, that the virus has thrown the world on its head. In the midst of all this, Joe Biden, the front-runner of the Democratic primaries, disappeared for about a week before making an awkward pre-recorded talk yesterday morning. The whole thing sounded bizarre, and frankly it seemed like it was just done to dispel rumors he was dead ahead of voting, as some states are still holding primaries, while others delay while working out online or mail-in methods. Not every state had that, of course, so it'll be nice to kind of drag those ones into the 21st century, or to the 20th for those going to mail voting. Sanders has been racking up some recent victories. At the end of April, when we are hopefully past this virus outbreak, New York will hold its primaries, the largest still to happen, and its 274 delegates could shift the race, but most likely not. Biden's disappearance in the middle of the crisis is a stark contrast to Sanders' response, who's raised over $2 million to help fight the virus. The difference in their responses has led many Sanders supporters to express increasing reluctance about voting for Biden, as they want someone who doesn't just disappear, which is fair. Though sometimes, I will say, it would be nice to have a president who isn't always present, as was proven this past week. This segue, of course, brings us to Donald Trump, whose response has not been ideal. If you wake up and check the news every morning, as I do, you would be greeted with the top story of every day, it being about the last thing Trump has said about the virus. It's gotten to the point where the Washington Post has just given up and said that they're not going to talk about it anymore because of all the false or inaccurate statements he has made surrounding it. Dr. Fauci, pictured in the background here of this absolutely fantastic photo, has been a calm voice and has sparred with Trump due to his honesty and integrity. No offense, President Trump. On statements and in front of Congress, he's corrected the president. Trump has expressed a desire to remove him. However, he has skyrocketed to the forefront of the crisis due to his aforementioned honesty, integrity, and knowledge. Removing him now would most likely be the straw that breaks Trump's back, and while this statement has of course been said since he was on the campaign trail, I think he himself understands this, and that's why he's been forced to keep him around despite what he may prefer to do. The stock market has begun to recover again, much to Trump's reported glee. How long this will last is anyone's guess. As you can see on the chart, several other dips and comebacks have then fallen off again. I've reported before that all of the gains from Trump's presidency have been wiped out, and some of those have been made back up by this, but will the stimulus package being pushed through Congress be able to make up for it, or is it too little too late to save the quickly receding economy? That comment could age really well, or it could age like milk. As I love to say, only time will tell. That's about all the time we have for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Don't ring the bell. I don't care about the bell. Maybe you care about the bell. But it's every Wednesday, so you probably can just check whenever you want. Thank you again for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next week.